Welcome Gemini, hello, how are you and happy birthday. This is your birthday month, Gemini. Many happy returns and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. There's so much happening in the Gemini frequency, lovely Gemini card. So I'll just focus here for Gemini, and the Emperor just popped out then. So I'll put him down. I'll keep shuffling, but he can go there in that first house, seeing he was the first card out. And I'd just like to ask and invite my guides, angels and Great Spirit to join us for this reading for Gemini. What messages would like to come through for Gemini's highest good and for the good of all concerned? Okay, stop there. We have the Death card. So big changes. And this is about a very powerful energy, the Emperor. He presides over his empire. So, and it's the father figure as well, being shown very strongly there. And the next card out was the Death card, so the end of the old and the beginning of the new. Shedding of old, worn out patterns that aren't working for you anymore, Gemini. Temperance. Balance. The ebb and flow. The World. So that's 4 major arcanas, one after the other. Big changes taking place for Geminis with that. And not all of it is within your control, so you've got to keep your faith and trust. 9 of Swords. You may find that a bit difficult, having faith and just trusting that everything's unfolding as it should. You may try and fight it a little bit, which could cause you some anxiety. 2 of Cups, that's love and union. King of Cups, being able to be in touch with your emotions and really feel your emotions from a deep level. The High Priestess, tapping into your higher wisdom and your inner knowing. The Keeper of Secrets is the High Priestess as well, the esoteric and mystical knowledge being used there. Knight of Wands, movement, change, bravery as well. And the Chariot, triumph and victory, as well as travel. The Sun, another major arcana. Wow, you've got so many major arcanas. And the 5 of Wands. Up for the challenge, it's saying. Alrighty. Amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana. So powerful outside forces are at work, and that will influence you. So not everything is within your hands. That's where you've got to have the trust that it's all unfolding as it should. So here in the first house, which is about the windows through which the self views the world, you've got here the influence of the Emperor. Now this is a good sign, Gemini. Emperor is the father figure. It's also about structure and authority. Reason. So there is a situation where There's strong masculine energy, fire sign energy also here with the Emperor, Aries, Sagittarius and Leo. It's usually an Aries card, but it can represent other fire sign people. And as I said, the father figure is coming through very strong there for me. Your father, or in some cases there's people, situations around the world that you know, looking for that valiant leader. The leadership quality is also there. So Gemini, you are coming through with those leadership qualities, with the Emperor there, and others are seeing you that way. This is how you're presenting yourself to the world at large. Now, also here in the first house, there is a lot going on. As I said in the introduction, we are here in June loaded up astrologically with the energies and frequencies that we've got to deal with and that are affecting us. So it's my intention to try and help you navigate some of those energies. Okay? So firstly, in the first house, you have Venus retrograde, and also the North Node in Gemini is also in your first house here through June. Now, Venus retrograde is manifesting from a perspective of exploring one's needs for love and nourishment and examining your needs or your capacity to receive that life-sustaining force. Alright? Ultimately, it will be one's own ability of lovingness and willingness to commit that can correct the situation, allowing for necessary changes. And I do feel that you are going to be correcting things for necessary changes and coming from a place of love, which will put you in a position of true leadership. And leadership isn't domination. Leadership is about guiding and helping others see their way clear. Alright? Now, Venus will be going direct here on the 25th of June. Now, that will be bringing into our consciousness the need to reform to the natural order. So really getting back to basics and keeping in mind, Gemini, which should not be too hard for Geminis, because the sign Gemini itself is about duality and polarity. And also, Gemini, happy birthday, because it is your birthday this month, your birthday month. So do really enjoy your day, and I hope that you are out of lockdown so that you can really enjoy some of your friends or family being around. I was in lockdown for my birthday, so I didn't really get to celebrate it. So I do wish everybody a happy birthday, even to those that did have to celebrate it in lockdown. Just do a few of your favourite things and make sure you spoil yourself, if nothing else. Okay? So yeah, that is the duality energy there from the Gemini. Okay, the life force and the death wish is the duality. So right and wrong, law and justice, that kind of thing. It's the duality. And you can even hear some of the echoes from the past with this retrograde season, with all the retrogrades, and it could be something that happened 6, 7 years, 8 years ago. You know, like maybe you were injured 6 or 7 years ago, and now your work that you have to do is actually agitating that original injury and making the pain come back. Things like that. Okay? So when it turns direct from the 25th of June onwards, then you'll be able to move forward with the intent that it's time to review what in our lives has been revealed to us through the retrograde Venus period, Venus in retrograde period. The turmoil through the retrograde may have you exploring a lot of different avenues, I feel. Okay? Now, here in the second house, you've been given the message from the card that is about ends and beginnings, endings and beginnings, the death card. This is in the area that is governing your finances, how you earn your money, your values, your support systems. So there's the end of an old order and the beginning of a new. And here on the 21st of June, you've got the solar eclipse taking place in that area of your life. And the solar eclipse is in Cancer. So whether it's desire or circumstances, it could be due to circumstances, there is a need to change your domestic life, and endings and beginnings are likely with your resources. Okay? So your values and attitudes are changing. You could find that you are valuing yourself more as a caretaker of other people. And with Mercury in Cancer, in that second house as well, going retrograde on the 18th of June to the 12th of July, you could find that you want to retreat again. You're rethinking your old habits and what you want to get rid of and what you want to be able to, what habits you want to be able to break. Your psychic balance is more delicate and sensitive. Good time to dream journal or journal in general. And there's also signs that an old associations re-emerge for you to rethink whether or not you want these associations to continue. So the Mercury retrograde is like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So if you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, you're still moving forward. Okay? Now, Mercury is also the trickster. So suffice to say that here through June it is a little bit tricky. So you need to really check everything is in order. Alright? Because something important is calling for your awareness, which is different to calling for your attention. You can give it your attention once Mercury goes direct after the 12th of July, but from the 18th of June onwards, it's your awareness that is waking up or awakening. Alright? But check things are in order as much as possible before the retrograde starts. Because there is, you know, there's that trickster and there's that Murphy's Law of energy connected to Mercury. Also, it's a sign there with Mercury retrograde of issues that may have been laid dormant from anywhere up to 3 months ago, re-emerging for you to have to redo or reorganise, review or rehash. Okay? Or you may actually be really giving it a good shot at giving up that habit that you've been trying to let go of, whatever that addictive side of your nature is, whether it's smoking or food, or there's many different things, gambling that we actually get addicted to. That might be also the end of that, and you know, getting rid of that pattern and changing that part of your daily life. So ultimately it's leading you in a wonderful direction. Okay, so here in the area of communication, you have temperance. Temperance is a wonderful sign of reconciling any opposing or reconciling the opposites. It's also about caution and moderation and balance and the arts. It's in the area of communication and siblings, short distance travel. And I do feel that you will be communicating enthusiastically and taking pride in your siblings. Now another thing too, also here with the second house, is this is where the new moon in Cancer will be as well. Okay? So that will also be the solar eclipse on the 21st of June. So the 21st of June is quite a big day. Okay, so it's a total eclipse, but the moon won't entirely hide the sun. So that means it'll produce a narrow ring of light around the eclipse. Alright? So that second house in Cancer is where the solar eclipse is happening for you. It's about your values, how you earn your money, your self-esteem. And as I said, then you have balance here with temperance in your communications. So being able to communicate and work in your local area and having the focus on your local area. And then in your home, there is completion in the base of your wheel with the world. The world at your feet, literally, because you've got the base of the wheel here. So that is a very positive sign for having your home as a place where you can really feel secure and content, and there's completion in a situation to do with your home and family life. Now here in the 5th house with that 9 of Swords, that's the running away, wanting to get away from all the hackling or hacklers, people that are, you know, wanting a piece of you, and it's causing you anguish, and there's a need there for you to want to explain your troubles to make them more bearable. So do reach out to others and keep reaching out until you get hold of somebody that you can actually, you know, just, I'm not saying to dump on people, but, you know, sometimes you just need to get it off your chest. And this is saying that you can turn to your group activities, because this is the area of fun, this is the area of your hobbies and your it's also children, and it's also to do with matters of the heart. So needing to express some of your anxieties and your suffering. You've been there for everyone else, and now that it's time that someone was there for you. Okay? And you know, getting something off your chest is going to help you make it more bearable, and talking about it, because the communication, and there is those that you can talk to, because in the communication you've got the temperance. And then here in our area of health and hygiene, our co-workers and working condition and karmic debt, you've got the Two of Cups, which is beautiful. That's forming an important relationship with common interests and having a higher understanding of adult love, not puppy love. And there's companionship, which helps you grow, and the companionship develops. So I do feel that there is a situation possibly to do with your working life or your physical health regime, where those of you that are looking for love or looking for a partner, it's showing that there's somebody there that you can connect with and got a lot in common with. Okay. Then we here in the area of partnerships, we have the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups enjoys socialising and entertaining, and he's drawn to the world of arts and theatre and music. So if you're into that sort of thing, then this very well could be showing to be the person that you have an interest in and developing a connection with, which is showing here with the Two of Cups. So it's a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy with the King of Cups. It's a masculine, and I do feel there's a very strong masculine side. So whether the person is male or female, they're very in touch with their masculine side. There's also the father situation. So you yourself could be have children and be a father, or this person that is coming into your life that could be a committed relationship. He could be the one that is the father. Now also in business relationships, this is also showing a man that is a really deep thinker. Okay? And you can turn to him for his creative ideas. But there's certainly a lot of emotion being shown to me here for you, Gemini. So, and that's also speaks to me of getting in touch with your emotions. Don't run away from your emotions. Talk through it. Find that person that will help balance things out for you within yourself. And the High Priestess is also a message of that. The High Priestess is a message of the silent knower. She's the keeper of secrets, esoteric secrets. Ancient knowledge is the high priestess, and she can reveal healing and peace of mind for people. Now, there's somebody I feel that is there to support you, because this is about other people, and it's here with you earning your money and your day-to-day work, and how you earn your money, which you're changing how you do that, or you're changing how you look after your money. This is showing there's support and really good advice with that support. And I do feel that you will be able, if you've got to apply for some sort of loan or help, because this is insurance, this area of the wheel is insurances, it's taxes, it's government assistance, it's bank loans, it's all that kind of stuff. So the High Priestess there is showing me, Gemini, that there is some assistance and there is support. Okay? You might just have to send yourself a bit round the twist trying to get through to any of it, but it is there. Now, here with the Knight of Wands, here in the area of philosophy, law, religion, foreign cultures and lands, the expansion of yourself through spiritual and mental and physical exploration, you've got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a card of soul searching. Knight of Wands, also the message from him is that it could be hard to pin down, or what you're searching for could be hard to pin down. But it's certainly also symbolising a good friend, a lifelong friend can be found out of this situation. So there is someone on your side. Well, there's more than just one, but yeah. And again, there's fire sign energy. So the fire signs, I really feel for you, Gemini, maybe going to spur on some of your passion, okay? Because here in the area of your joint finances is where you've got the Pluto and Jupiter conjunction. Now, Pluto is retrograde from May the 14th through to September the 13th, 2020. Okay? So, Gemini, you can use your charms to diffuse any disagreements also. And if you've got to handle any conflicts, because you're communicating very naturally and preventing misunderstandings in the long run, especially with that temperance down there in your communication area, short distance travel. So the signal from Jupiter is finding our collective identity, and it's passionately identifying ourselves with the tribal kind of mindset, which is wonderful. And that Jupiter retrograde also has an instinctive sense of justice. So justice, the whole concept of justice is really playing a big part here through June, which will split beliefs and split religious beliefs. It will bring about a new level of understanding. And a new teacher could appear to you, or, you know, you may be the teacher that appears for someone else. So that split in beliefs could shift you also into new groups and starting new activities and meeting more like-minded people. And with that Jupiter and Pluto conjunction, you are finding these frequencies can assist you in achieving great change and growth and discovering things about yourself that you never even really considered before. So that's a wonderful awakening being shown there for you. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana. Wow. So the universe has got your back, and the universe does take the first move. So, you know, there's things in the works to bring these changes and shifts about, and if you resist it, it will persist. But I'm being shown here with this spread, because it's pretty good spread that you've got here in your wheel, that you may initially try to resist it with that 9 of Swords, but once you talk things out and get things off your chest and reach out for that assistance that you need, I feel that that will bring on the change for you. And there's also here with this movement with the Knight of Wands, this in the 9th house, the Saturn return is the Saturn retrograde, and for some of you it will be a Saturn return. But those of you that are around 28, 29 or in your 50s, there's a Saturn return. Now, but this is about the Saturn retrograde. So Saturn will go direct on the 29th of September, and it went retrograde back in May. So there's a rearrangement of priorities and of time itself, and there's also that wanting to withdraw. There is a need for you to find some peace of mind, but it's still requiring that you be purposeful and hardworking during this transit. Okay? Now, here in the 10th house, you've got the Chariot. So that is victory and triumph. And it's letting you know in your career and your professional life and with the society, your social life, you are making progress, and to stay focused and don't necessarily force your will, but you do have free will, and there is choice. That choice point is showing there, and I do feel that your career and social life are also areas where you do want to progress and you do want some mastery happening there. So it's also indicating travel as well. And here in the area of friendships, with the Sun being there, the Sun is a symbol of peace in this card. So that you do find peace in your friendship groups or your social networking. And the Sun is also about being able to enjoy the summer and enjoy happier times with friends and loved ones, and a wish being fulfilled. And manifestation is also a part of that 11th house. So the 9th and the 11th house are what's unfolding in the future out of the choices and decisions that you make now. So that will bring movement and travel and well, that's also the lifelong friend, or someone that is maybe even coming back into your life. that is a lifelong, you know, got that potential of being a lifelong friend, or someone you haven't seen in a long time. But it's like when there's some people that you have in your life that if you don't see them for a long time, as soon as you get back together, it's like you haven't missed a beat. It's that kind of energy. Okay, and this is letting you know that where this is all taking you is going to take you to a brighter situation, and that sense of winning, of success and winning. Okay, and then here in your subconscious you've got the Five of Wands. Now, I say the subconscious because this is the 12th house, and it governs the subconscious, of the place that things are hidden, the psyche, and it's also karmic debt. So the Five of Wands is saying that you need to clear the air, have some healthy discussions. There is a challenge, but you're every bit good enough for it. And any debates could be very beneficial and bring about great harmony. Okay? Now, I just want to ask also what angel there is for you. What message is there for Gemini here through June? What angel message do you have for Gemini through June? There we are. And you have the Angel of Health. Number 16 is significant. So that's very good for your health regime. It's letting you know that you can do some healing on yourself if you're needing to, and ask the Angel of Health to be there with you through any healing process. And I will just ask for divine direction with that Nine of Swords, that anguish and anxiety there for you, Gemini. And this is the one that's popped out, love. It's the right time for you to express a loving, committed relationship. Enjoy it. So if that is about matters of the heart, this is letting you know, don't be too scared off or concerned. Maybe you're overthinking things, and communication will bring the balance. Communicating with your friends and associates could be the key too, because that's a very positive sign that others are there for you, and you also have more official people there wanting to assist and help you as well, if that is what you're seeking. It's there for you to embrace. So overall, what is the message for Gemini? Confirmation card for Gemini for June 2020. Thank you all. And you have Seal, compassionate. Show sensitivity to others' feelings. Let your kindness be inspired by the Seal's big soft eyes. Overactive tear ducts keep their eyes constantly moist. The furry, huggable Seal points you to a softer approach, with empathy for others and greater self-nurturing. Okay. Wonderful message there. So the sensitivity and kindness is really being pronounced there with Seal medicine. Thank you, Gemini, for joining me for your reading. I will be back again next month with more readings. And the only other thing that I did want to point out was the lunar eclipse. And the lunar eclipse is in your house of relationships. Okay? Now that's 5th to 6th, depending on where you are on the planet. In Australia it's on the 6th of June at 5:12 a.m. Now, this lunar eclipse here can give you a quantum leap forward. Okay? Just remember that there's always two sides to every story. And that story could be something that really inspires you or enlightens you. Alright? Because this is a time of evolution. We are, well, the whole time is of evolution, but here through June we can really tune in to how we are evolving as an individual and how we are evolving on the planet. And the lunar eclipse is one where we will be able to sort of really discern that. And just remember, everybody's going to have their own opinion, and to remember that it is just an opinion. Okay? So thank you Gemini, and that is also a full moon there in Sagittarius too. Okay, so the new moon is in Cancer, and so is the solar eclipse, and on the 21st of June, and on the 5th and 6th of June the full moon is in Sagittarius in your 7th house, and the lunar eclipse is there as well. So around the 21st of June is a good time to put forward your intent for the month ahead, and the intent for going forward and evolving peacefully. So thank you Gemini. I will be back again next month with more readings. So until then, take care. Wishing you much peace and many blessings. Namaste.